Discover winter squash. As cool fall days turn our thoughts to savory soups and side dishes, one ingredient that makes fall meals special is winter squash. Rich, sweet, flaky, or nutty, these colorful cousins of the thin-skinned zucchini come in a variety of shapes and sizes, perfect for feeding a couple or a crowd. Head out to farm stands and farmers markets to try a few this fall. With a bit of culinary experimentation and an adventurous spirit, you'll discover the joy of adding squash to winter meals. Many local farm stands and markets have a wide variety of squash available during the fall harvest season. They're easy to grow in the lower elevations of Colorado, and a wide variety of squashes can be found at local growers. After you've zeroed in on a new variety or two you'd like to try out, choose squash that are heavy for their size, which means they haven't dried out and become stringy. The skin should be thick, not easily dented by a fingernail, and without a glossy shine. Squashes cook up wonderfully in different ways, so pick the type best suited to your recipes. Acorn squash is familiar to many with its mild, fibrous flesh. But the family has more to offer than just the traditional dark green fruit. Try the brightly colored carnival, a cross between acorn and delicata, or white cream-of-the-crop squash. You'll love their delicious honeyed taste. Red curry is a pretty, oval, wildly orange squash, but its looks are deceiving. The flesh is golden with the savory taste of chestnuts. Delicatas, Hubbards, buttercups, and kabochas all grow well in the lower elevations of Colorado, along with a few of the butternuts. The flesh is dry and firm and does well baked, boiled, steamed, or sautéed. They're ideal when roasted, as oven heat caramelizes sugars and pulls a rich, deep flavor from them. Delicata squash are a favorite around the country due to their creamy corn and sweet potato taste. An heirloom, delicata is a sure hit in every kitchen. Hubbard squash draw attention with their mammoth size, growing up to 25 pounds, which makes them look more like a small hippo than a simple meal. Cracking open the thick-skinned gargantuan gourd takes a bit of work. First, wrestle it onto a sturdy work surface, then tap a cleaver through the squash with a wooden mallet. Buttercup squashes are the sweetest of the bunch and can be baked, mashed, pureed, steamed, simmered, or stuffed. Look for amber cup, autumn cup, or buttercup. If your recipe calls for an earthier flavor, try kabocha. Spaghetti squash is perfect for those who love pasta, with long, stringy, mild-tasting fibers. They're great slathered with sauce or pasted with pesto, and the vines are so prolific you only need plant a few if you're gardening for them. A recently picked winter squash should sit at room temperature for 10 to 20 days to allow it to cure, a process where starches convert to sugars. After curing, store them in a cool room around 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. No more than 2 fruits deep if you're stacking them. Large, hard-rind winter squashes can be stored up to 6 months this way. If stored at room temperature, they'll last 2 to 3 months. When you find squash you love, make a note of the variety in your recipe book or garden journal so you remember to look for it next year or grow it yourself in the garden. But don't save the seeds from the one you buy right now. Squash, like the rest of the cucurbit group, cross-pollinate freely and won't produce the same squash next year. Make note of the variety and shop for seeds to plant. This information has been brought to you by Colorado State University Extension.